pornography. You watch it. Do you? Filthy. Disgusting. How could you? It's exploitive to women. You don't respect women, do you? You really just can't see yourself doing it. You like them physically, but you care nothing about their minds or their feelings. You just want to pump and dump them and all these disgusting things. Don't you realize that it's degrading? Don't you realize you have no respect for them? How can you watch this? Think of your soul, man. Are you trying to go to hell? Oh my God. Why are you doing this? This is just a sample of the things that I have heard over the years about pornography. And I have to tell you, right off the bat, that it's 100% horseshit. It just is. It so is. The reason why you hear this stuff all the time is that it comes from people who have never actually watched it, or it does come from people who have watched it, but felt guilty that they did, and are just kicking themselves in the ass and then passing that ass kicking off to you. And it's just, it's so sad. It's so terrible. So here I'm going to break down exactly what porn is and isn't. We're going to start with what it isn't, because that's the longer list. So the first thing that we got to get out of the way is what porn is not, is that it is not exploitation or exploitative towards women. Alright, exploitation is using somebody for your own financial needs or your own personal gain, and they receive no compensation in return. It's like, yes, I did a project for you, and it worked out really good, and I performed to the best of my abilities and then some, and then they're like, hey, that was great, that was fantastic, you did good, have a nice day. And you're like, wait a minute, we just did this work, you're not going to pay me? No, we're not. It's also people taking advantage of you in more than just financial ways. You know, it can also be in physical ways. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but there are some bad actors who do that shit. There was a producer who did that to adult performer Nikki Benz. That's not cool at all. And she's obviously suing the bastard, which she should, because he was... Woof. I might edit that out. Hold on. Edit at 326. On the whole, let's walk right into that one. Pornography is not exploitative to women. The women who do porn get paid what they do with their performances. I do not know the financial details of that because I am not in the adult entertainment industry. I am more of a fan, and I am an advocate for porn. I'm pro porn in this case. I don't believe it is a bad thing to our morals or ethics. I'm down, okay? Totally down with it. I think it is a great and wonderful medium. I do. But this whole thing about exploitation, that's not a thing. It's just not, okay? It really isn't. It's not something that exists. Alright, the industry, it's a business. And of course, if you have a performer who does their performance, they do what they're supposed to do, they show up for the work, of course you gotta pay them. And they do get paid. It's just this whole thing about, well, porn stars don't get paid anything, they're not allowed to do things with their lives. No, they're totally allowed to do things with their lives. They're not stuck doing just this, okay? Alright? No one forced them into doing this thing. It's all voluntary, and they enjoy their lives and they get paid for it. They're just normal people like you and me. Only difference is that when they have sex, they do it on camera, and they do it for money. Okay? That's one thing. Another aspect from the exploitation thing is the stupid expression, she's somebody's daughter. Okay. Wow. That's great. That was the most common one that I heard from the 1990s, the early 2000s, before people, got their heads on straight and was like, okay, yeah, fine. Every woman is the daughter to someone here. My girlfriend, she's the daughter to parents. She's someone's daughter, yes. All the female porn stars, they're someone's daughter, of course. But the thing is, if you honestly think that's going to deter me from whacking it off to them fucking on camera, taking a big giant cock up their ass, or maybe playing with other vaginas or sex toys or what have you, no. It's not. Alright, it's right up there with my girlfriend. Yes, I know she has parents. She was a daughter to them. Okay, great. But if you honestly think that's going to stop me from putting my penis into her, and letting her do fun things to said penis? I don't think so. It's not gonna happen. It just doesn't happen. Even if you're not in porn, it's just an obvious fact that means absolutely, positively nothing. And some idiot, who knows when they said that, decided to say that, yes, let's throw that in there, so they'll feel guilty after having sex with someone who is in porn, and they'll wonder about what their parents will say. No one gives a hell about that. It's sex. Sex is amazing. It's fantastic. If people don't like that, fine. What the fuck ever. I'm not sleeping with them. I'm having sex with her. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. It's weak. It's weak sauce, this statement. It means nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. The third thing that, and I think this kind of focuses all around the theme that we're going for here, is the ideology that porn messes with your moral compass. It's the same type of ideological bullshit about people who play video games. That somehow, in some way, if we play video games, that makes us violent, violent, sociopathic murderers who just want to pick up and buy guns and start shooting and killing people. That is so dumb. Okay? Unbelievably dumb. So apparently, if we watch porn, that makes us want to rape, that makes us want to do bad things, that makes us just want to hurt people and disrespect them, especially women. It just fucks with our moral compass, and it's the cause as to why we do stupid half-assed things. Oh yeah, no, it's not. Alright, it's a videotape or a video file or a picture of 2 or more people fucking. Okay, that's all it is. It's nothing but a form of entertainment. Okay, sexual entertainment, but entertainment nonetheless. And as I have said many times before, entertainment does not dictate what our society does. Alright? It's the choices that we make and the things that we do and say that determine where society goes. Okay? Seriously, there are concepts that can be generated, but it's still up to society to establish if said concepts have any purpose or meaning or definition in life. There are some people who will have the argument of saying that life and art dictate each other. What happens in art is dictated by what happens in life and this, that, and the other. But the thing is, from my perspective, life and art imitate each other. They are not one and the same. Whatever you see in a painting or a magazine or a drawing, what have you, does not dictate how we should live our lives in the real world. Really shouldn't. It's so stupid to think that. Okay? And I know there's probably someone out there who's like, well, I got an example for you. There's this guy and this guy and that guy and that guy, and there's this research paper here. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? I really don't. It just doesn't work like that. If you're looking at a piece of art, or if you're looking at something that maybe is risque or isn't, whatever it may be, it can inspire you, but it does not automatically say, hey, this is how you should act in society. Okay, this is how you should be. You see a woman getting fucked by 2 dudes. She's taking 1 dick in her butt and 1 dick in her vagina, and they're just pounding deep into her, and that's how you should treat all women. Because this video, even though it doesn't have any messaging or text or anything that specifically says that's how you should treat someone in real life, that's what we're saying we should do. Yeah, no. Just no, guys. I mean, come on. You don't know better than this. You don't know better than this. Seriously. Honestly, guys. That's not how that works. That's not how any of that shit works. Okay? And another aspect of this is the concept of porn ruined my life. Look. Porn is a business. It's a form of industry. Okay, I guess I'm in a form of the entertainment industry. I'm making video games and YouTube videos, and the whole purpose of that is to entertain you and make a little money off of said entertainment. Nothing wrong with that. See, it's the American way. Okay, nothing wrong with it. It's the dream. You got a skill or a talent, you put it to good use, and you want to make some money off of it. Ain't no problem. It's totally good. But to suddenly jump up and say that your marriage got ruined, your relationship went to shit, or something in your life went horribly wrong because you watched a porn movie, or you jerked off to a porn movie, or you got caught watching one, come on. That's not a thing that happens. Okay? The reason why... This is something that I saw in an episode of Dr. Phil. There was a woman who divorced her husband. I shit you not. Divorced her husband because she caught him watching porn. And it's because of what the women were doing in that porn movie. She thought to herself, this man is disgusting. Who did I marry? He's a degenerate. I'm not going to do those things in there. We're done here. He never said that. Okay? He never said any of that. He just watches it in his spare time and in his leisure. Alright? She's not around. They both work. She's doing her own thing. It's not like she can just leave work, come home, they fuck, and then go back. Alright? I watched this whole episode. He was just doing what he needed to do to take care of an urgent need, a necessity. That's all really porn is. It's a masturbatory tool in a sense. And if you're in a relationship with a woman, it can also be a form of stimuli or something exciting to spice things up. Nothing wrong with it. But to say that it's the reason why your marriage ended and it's the reason why you got divorced, no. Okay, it's not. It's really not. The reason why she chose to leave her husband was because he watched porn and she wasn't down with that. She chose to end the relationship. The porn didn't do that for her. Now, she could have handled this completely differently. She could have kept an open mind and just, said, hey, have a look at some of this. It's not that bad. There's all kinds of porn for everybody. You can watch erotic films. You can watch that type of stuff where it's simulated sex but not the actual. There's porn for couples. And it doesn't have to be like balls to the wall, slamming her so deep he can feel the back of her or something like that. Or it's like she can feel it all the way in her stomach. No, it doesn't gotta be like that. It can be soft and sensual. And if you're into that type of thing, Sweet Sinner. That's an industry that's all about the sensual. That's a film studio that's all about that stuff. It's pretty good. I recommend The Slut Mother. There's a series on that. Highly recommend it. It's good stuff. You can thank me later. Anywho, you can't keep blaming something that is just a video clip that's pre-recorded for the reason why you have things going on in your life. You can't blame it for as to why things are happening around you in society. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Alright? You make the choices that you make because you can. Okay? The choices that I have made all my life may have been influenced by things that I saw on television or by something that I've read. But at the end of the day, those materials and those books that I've read, those magazines that I've looked at, the porn movies I've watched, the Hollywood films that I've watched, all the entertainment that I have ever absorbed into my brain over the ages may have inspired me to do something. But it ultimately did not actively tell me that's what I should do with my life. I made that choice. Okay? She chose to end her marriage because she couldn't handle the kink that he was into. It's not porn's choice. It's not porn's fault. It's hers. She couldn't hang. She didn't want to deal. She didn't want to try and cope. So she just bailed. Can't blame porn for that. You cannot blame porn for why she's a wuss. And that's what I'm going to call her. I call her a wuss. Give it a shot. Give it a try. Maybe he likes anal. It doesn't have to be rough. It can be nice and gentle. Alright? It's on the menu. It's 2018, guys. It is totally on the menu. Stop being afraid and just order it. Order it up. There are instructional videos that can show you how to prep for anal sex. And it helps both men and women. I've seen it. I done synced it. It's okay. Shh. Watch it. It's good. Alright? And most importantly, your ass ain't going to hell for watching a porno. I mean, haven't we gone past the part of things that can cause us to go to hell? We're having sex outside of marriage. That technically we should already have our VIP seats already. Would it really kill you to watch two people or more fucking in a video clip or a VHS or a DVD, or just have a picture of it. I mean, they're all willing adults, as long as they're all willing adults that consent, as long as they're old enough to consent to fucking, as long as everyone's having a good time and enjoying themselves. What more can happen? What, to kick it up another 20 degrees? Shit, I don't. It don't make no damn sense. What's the worst that can happen? Alright? People should not be using their lack of what they do not understand to dictate or pressure people into not doing something else. Alright? Watching porn is fun. It's awesome. It really is. I have seen quite a number of porn titles where I saw various positions and moves being tried, and the first thing that I say to myself is, wow, that is impressive. And I've said that quite a number of times. And it wasn't just the fucking that I was impressed by. It was also sometimes the storyline. It was sometimes the cinematography. Yeah, that's another thing. You can watch porn and not jerk off to it. So, there are people who are disciplined like that. I'm definitely disciplined like that. Alright, there was one time where there's this adult movie series called Pirates. Came out in the early 2000s, and it had a sequel, Pirates: Dagny's Revenge. I am more than capable of watching both of those things without touching myself. There are some who would call that edge play. To me, I just call it like, yeah, I can totally watch this. That's just discipline. I can watch and look at a film, and it has penises entering vaginas, it's got dicks going in butts, and I don't have to touch myself. I can totally do that. I can review these films without doing any of that stuff. It's amazing. It's because I've been around it enough. I've seen this stuff. It's okay. It is genuinely good. But there are some people who are like, no, this is gonna fuck me up morally and ethically, and I'm being bad to women and stuff. No, you're not being any of those things. The only way that a human being can be bad to another human being is when they actually do the act of itself, of being cruel to someone. Okay, that means that if you are going to be the type of person, and I'm not saying you are, and I don't recommend this to anyone, if you are the type of person who thinks that it's okay to rape a woman and just run off, no. Nobody to blame for that for yourself, because that's a choice that you yourself made. Okay? If you're the type of woman who takes advantage, not woman, if you're the type of man, well, fuck it, anybody can take advantage of anybody. If you're the type of person, there we go, who likes taking advantage of your own gender or opposite sex, whatever it is, and you're okay with that, can't play porn with it. That's the choice that you came to. Okay? If you don't like to watch porn, fine. Go ahead. You don't have to watch it if it ain't your thing, but it doesn't mean that everybody else has to follow suit. To each their own, I say. That's something that we don't do a lot of. We're easy to criticize and tell people what they should and shouldn't do with their own personal lives, but we don't listen to why they do the things they do. We don't give two fucks. It's like, I don't like this, people shouldn't like this too, because I say so, and yeah, no. No to all of that. No to all of that right from the jump. And that was a very long list of the things that are negative about porn and people who don't understand it. Now I'm going to talk about the positive. First and foremost, all the women and the men in adult entertainment, they love what they do. I follow quite a number of porn stars on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram. And they're happy with what they do. Some of them are promoting their business. Other times they're showing pictures of the things that they do in their daily activities, like hanging out with their friends, going bowling, traveling, doing fun activities and sports, like the rest of us do. And that's a good thing. It clearly shows the opposite of that. They're not being exploited. They're enjoying their lives. They may be like, hey, I got a new dress, or hey, I got something new that I'm working on down in the works, or I made this really great meal, or had a good time with my homies, or I'm watching this movie and it's just hilarious, and this is a funny part that I like so much, and I just want to share it with you guys. They're just normal people. Okay? They're absolutely normal people living normal lives. It's fine. And yeah, that doesn't mean that they don't have their share of problems. Everybody has their share of problems. We all got our shit to deal with. Okay? There's always that box of shit that's packed in the case. And we gotta deal with it every now and again. We gotta take it out and be like, oh, God. I gotta sift through this shit just to get to where I need to go. Fine, so be it. Put the gloves on, throw on the mask. Make sure there's proper ventilation and circulation and just go for it. Well, I didn't find it this time. Whatever. We all got that going on. Okay? And porn stars, they do have ethics. They do have standards. They do think highly of themselves. Okay? That is a thing that does happen. You know why? Because they're human beings. It shouldn't really matter what they do or don't do with their lives. It shouldn't matter how they dress or choose not to dress. It doesn't matter about any of that other shit. Yes, they are porn stars, but they have a job. What they do is an actual job. They're not doing it because they have low self-esteem. They're not doing it because they don't think they deserve anything better. They're doing it because it's what they want to do with their lives. Isn't that what it's all about at the end of the day? So, the next time that you see someone or know someone watching porn, don't look down on them. Okay? Just let them do their own thing. And if you still don't understand porn, if this hasn't convinced you enough, the best way to understand how something works, you gotta get your feet wet. You gotta get some blood on them horns. Okay? Seriously, start with something simple, like something you might see on Cinemax, and gradually work your way up. I guarantee you, when you finish watching that porn movie, you are going to think differently. But it's not in the negative, regressive way that people will think. You're not going to go to hell. Excuse me. You're not going to go to hell. You're not going to lose your moral compass. You're not going to do anything that's dangerous or illicit or, hurts yourself or somebody else. You know what you're going to do? You might pleasure yourself. And then you're going to clean up and fall asleep, or clean up and make a sandwich and just move on with your life. Everything's going to be fine. It's just porn. And that is all I have to say about this. You can listen to this and past episodes of Real Talk with GodOfKnockers on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/pbmchan. If you're here already, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I do love hearing from you guys. Over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/GodOfKnockers, you can give the channel a follow. You can send a comment anywhere in the video. And most importantly, if you like, you can subscribe to my channel. Take a little cash my way. You can also support me on Patreon and Streamlabs. Sorry. It's never an obligation. You're not under any obligation of any kind to make these donations to me. But every little bit helps and is always greatly appreciated. I was GodOfKnockers, and it's been real nice talking to you. Laters.